Hey guys, how are you going and welcome back to the channel. Today on our lockdown How Are You Coping series we have got Elio. He is a construction worker in the industry. He has been put on furlough as he is office based and the full interview is just about to roll in a moment, but if you do enjoy this series and all the interviews we're having with different people, please make sure you press the subscribe button and also ring that bell so that every day when we do upload a new video at 7 o'clock you are the first to see it. And let's roll the interview. That should say start recording now. Yeah, is that start? Is it recording? Yes, it is recording. I can see that now. Perfect. So first of all, just tell me a bit about you, who you are, a little bit about your YouTube channel, and just kind of a basic kind of overview.
So my name's Elio, and I've just started a YouTube channel about a month or so ago now, really towards the beginning of the lockdown, and it was really gave myself something new to learn and a new challenge to learn. That I wanted to give myself something different to do, something that I haven't really tried before. So mainly it, really.
Awesome. And a bit about you. Where are you? Are you in the UK, aren't you? So just a bit about like you as a person, where you are, maybe what you did for work or can't do for work now, as you know, as the situation is keeping unfolding.
Yeah. So I'm currently being furloughed, and my normal day-to-day job is a junior construction planner.
Cool.
And so at the moment I've been furloughed for the last month or so now, and basically as part of one of the things I'm doing to keep myself busy and entertained and fit and well is by going out cycling every day, doing online martial art lessons, and also creating some content for my YouTube channel. So enough to keep myself busy, really.
Cool. Yeah, sounds some interesting stuff there. Martial arts. That's quite. Have you always been interested in them, or was it just something you wanted to have a look at?
No, I've been doing it for quite some time now, for about 7-8 years. So
Oh wow.
just trying to keep it up as well, but also host some online sessions at home as well.
Yeah, that's cool. Perfect. So how has lockdown affected you in a positive way? Like, what's been good about it for you?
I'd say don't have to go to work.
I mean, we all love that, don't we?
Yeah, for people that aren't, let's say, key workers or NHS, I think it's kind of been like let's say, a free holiday, shall we say?
Yeah.
And probably a longer, let's say, summer shutdown than we may have thought we would get. I'd say also it's given me time as well to kind of like stop and just kind of like have a bit more me time as well, and family time, etc. And also enjoy the lovely weather that we've got at the moment, that we've been having for the last few weeks as well.
Yeah, it's been lovely lockdown weather, like all this sunshine, and we can't do anything with it. So, you know, we're all just looking out the windows, and I mean, we can do the exercise, which I mean, I think, like I've been taking, especially on the nice days, taking long walks. But on the not so nice days, you just kind of don't bother, do you? Because what's the point?
You're either going to get blown away, or you're gonna get absolutely drenched.
Exactly. It's just best to stay inside, yeah. But on the flip side of that, then, so any negatives that you found with lockdown?
Negatives. So part of one of my hobbies, pastimes, is karting, motor racing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So obviously with any type of sport, that's all been stopped now. So I haven't been able to go racing, or even just go for the odd practice day, because everywhere is closed basically.
Yeah.
So it's a bit.
So you actually race, like in the cars? You get in the cars yourself and race?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I could not do that. I would just crash and die like the insect.
Oh dear. But I'd say that's one of the not so good things about with lockdown, is because you've got all this time, you're trying to fill it, and you've done a lot of things already with the last month or two now. and it's now like you're doing the same things over and over again, like every day now, and sometimes it gets a bit repetitive.
I agree there. Like the first month it was nice and I was very chilled and stuff, and I've now got to a stage. So I lost my job. I'm a restaurant manager. So the day after the lockdown for restaurants was announced, I got fired the Saturday.
Oh,
so it is what it is. But I'm kind of glad it happened because I didn't really enjoy the job that much. The people weren't the nicest, so I'm kind of glad. And it's allowed me, like, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. It was 4 years Sunday. But I never really done anything. Like, I kind of make a video and then I stop for a few months, then I make another video. So being able to be creative and spend so much time. I think that's why I wanted to do this series, because I know there's so many people in the UK and around the world that are experiencing this, but in such a different light, kind of there's things that are happening, personal circumstances, and, you know, just to hear the stories and kind of get stories out there. I think it's an important thing for us all to do, to actually, for me to learn as well what other people, like, maybe it's not ideal for me, but I'm probably much better off than a lot of people.
And everyone's got different situations and scenarios and etc. So some people have been all right with the lockdown because, let's say, they can work from home, or they don't, let's say, have a big pay cut or lose their jobs or whatever. But then some other people, like yourself, have lost jobs, or they've had to take a pay cut because companies are cutting back because they're not bringing in the revenue as they would. So
yeah, it's an interesting one. But what's probably the thing that you miss the most from? I'm calling it the old world, the world before this. So what are you missing most about it?
I would say missing the most, really. I'd probably just like being able to, let's say, go places and go out and do stuff and go wherever you want, really.
Just having that freedom to, like, go for dinner, go for a drink, do this with your mates, or do that, or you know. Because
obviously, even though with this week they're now starting to ease restrictions, they haven't really. It's more or less exactly the same as it was when the beginning of the lockdown.
I completely agree.
Like, you can go now exercising as many times as you like, and there's a few things here and there, but they haven't really clarified it very well, to be honest.
No, they haven't. And I mean, like, I was probably going out once a day, but there were a few days that I went out twice a day, but there was no one to tell me I couldn't do that. And I mean, I balanced that with the days I didn't go out in terms of that. So now what does it actually mean for people? Does it mean people will just be outside all day, or like what? I just don't know what it actually really. It's not really helped, I don't think. Like the clarification is very blurry.
They should have just left it alone, to be honest.
Yeah, I think putting all these extra things in is just going to make it more
confusing than it was.
Yeah, more people are just going to be more brave, I think, and just go for it.
Yeah, and then they'll wonder why the let's say, infection rate or R rate goes back up again in about 2 weeks' time.
And sadly, I think it's going to. I don't want it to. Ideally, you know, his plan about restaurants opening in August would be amazing, but I think it's realistic. But at the same time, if people don't follow these rules, it's not going to happen.
No. It's just going to take a lot longer.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get to Christmas and we'll still be doing social distancing.
Yeah, literally, we will be. Like, it'll be Christmas dinner. Like, you have to get like sitting like on the street and have like 2 meters between each person. Like, I don't know. Okay, so what's the weirdest or strangest thing that you've done in lockdown so far? If there is one.
I don't know. Strange. Hard to say, really. Can't really give you like a good answer on that, but I would probably say for someone of my age, gardening. Yeah, and just like tidying up the garden, you know, just getting the weeds out, cutting the grass, trimming, you name it.
That's nice though. Like, I haven't got a garden, so like that's quite envious. Like, I'm like, I would like a garden right now. I've got balconies, but I've never really done anything with them. So it's like having the actual garden to actually go and do things. It's like, oh, that's something different to do today.
And have like a bit of a space, let's say, to relax or chill or do exercise, etc.
Yeah, exactly. You can do, like, I mean, I could do workouts on my balcony, but I don't think it'd be the best, most practical thing to do. But I mean, I could give it a go. Oh. Um, Once this is all over and we're back to the new world, I'm calling it. See?
Yeah.
What's the first thing that you'll do or want to do?
It really depends what, um, like you say, with the lockdown restrictions and that, what things start to open up first. To be honest, if let's say, because I work within the construction and civil engineering industry, but I'm more of an office-based person than a site-based person, and they say, right, all site, let's say all office people can go back to work, that would probably be either one of the first things, or if let's say public places like restaurants or like sporting places and that, like a kart track,
Yeah.
opens up beforehand going to work, then I'll probably get myself on a go-kart track, to be honest, and get some
Well,
laps
yeah,
in.
why not? You know, if you can do it, why not?
Yeah, but like I
Yeah, it's
say,
important
it
though.
all
And
depends
actually,
how they open everything up and what
yeah,
opens first.
actually, another good one for you, actually, as you are in the construction industry. So obviously, with the announcement yesterday, they've said that people in construction can go back to work. So have
Yeah,
you
but
been?
that's the site people, the
So is
actual
it?
site.
Has your company
Yeah.
actually said it is just the site people? So that they're fully back to work now, are they? Or
Uh, well, from my understanding, I think it depends on the firms, because some firms are still working, some firms aren't.
right? Okay.
They've like just stopped completely, whereas there are a few construction firms that are still working. From my understanding, um, with my firm that I work for, they they've been very limited with the site activity, so it has still gone on, but
Right.
just very limited, and obviously sticking to the 2 meters social
Of course. Yeah.
distancing, etc. guidelines. So,
Yeah.
I, to be honest, with the way things are going, if everything stays calm and we don't get another peak,
Yeah.
I think I probably won't be going back to work till July time.
Yeah, I think like they will like consider that kind of thing. Like I think because I think with construction, like it's hard as well. Like I don't know how you keep a 2 meter rule
You
between
can't,
workers because it's realistically right. It's not you can't do it because you're working together. Like if you're I don't
as
know
a
if you're
team, to
lifting
build
or
something
doing this,
big. Yeah.
building something, you've got like 10 people lifting or doing whatever you're doing
Mm.
to actually do it. So
And even in the office environment, you have to be quite working together as a team and
yeah,
collaboratively. So even
so like
in
when
an
you're having
office
meetings, you're in a
environment, you
room.
can't
I'm
even do
imagining,
two
yeah.
meters.
No, you can't. And like the desks, I imagine your desk isn't 2 meters apart from the two people next to you, right?
No, no way.
And like they're saying, I was reading this thing that they're going to reconfigure them, and if they do, it works out they'll be able to fit 25% of normal desks into an office space if they do that. So it's not really realistic. Like,
No,
and
no.
you can't hot desk, so you can't share spaces.
Exactly,
So
because every time you got to wipe it down and then put new equipment there, etc.
yeah, it's just
And
not viable.
not everyone's going to do it. Some people are going to refuse to come in or sit
Yeah.
somewhere.
But I think I would be the same if I had to then go in and then do all of that, and then move it around, or not, or if I forget to clean it and then I touch something and then I catch it. Like there's just all those kind of.
It's, it's too risky, isn't it? At the
It
end of the
it
day.
really is. It really is. Um, yeah. One final question for you in terms of this lockdown: what will you miss from it? So the actual situation we're in. Obviously, you've been furloughed. You're at home. You're not working. What will you miss from the whole kind of lockdown experience?
Not having to go to work, really.
Not having to go to work, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the fact you're getting paid what 80% of your wage to sit at home and do what the hell you like, it's
exactly.
pretty good.
Exactly. I think, yeah, the first, let's say, month or so is going to be, I think, not just tough on myself, but I think the whole nation.
Yeah,
To when everyone starts to go back to work and everything starts to get going again, the first month is going to be really slow, and I think everyone's going to struggle.
yeah. I think we all are like just going back to that normality, like just walking close to people, or
Yeah,
like if you
it's
are in
going
an office
to
and you're like,
they'll start jumping out of the way from each other.
well, yeah, exactly. I think people are going to be very like, will we shake hands with each other? Like that's
Mm,
one I don't know. Like, will that be a
exactly.
thing
Yeah.
past or like?
Mm.
There's just
I
all these
think
things.
I think a lot of workplaces and that are going to have to change the way they work. So I think a lot more people will be encouraging people to work remotely, work from home instead of having to come into an office. Because, to be honest, I think it would work out cheaper for the company overall to have less people in an office, because they don't have to rent out as much space or accommodate for a person's cost to be there at that site. All they've got to do is pay for the person's salary to do the job at home at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. No, I found, I've spoken to a few different people, not necessarily in the interviews, but just in general life, and people are saying that they're already looking at offices in London, and they're already looking at maybe getting rid of a few floors and actually letting more people work at home and have that. Because, you know, if you need to go into a meeting, you can go in that one day that you need to go for a meeting, and then you go home again, or you do.
Yeah,
I mean,
or do like let's say 2 or 3 days working from home, and then do 2 or 3 days working at site or an office,
exactly.
whatever.
And I think it's going to really elevate the world, like the office and the world that we work in. And I think what
Definitely.
it will do, I think businesses will eventually think, well, we can actually, in theory, we could go 24/7, because if you're at home, you don't have to work Monday to Friday. You could work Wednesday to Sunday, and you know, you don't have to have.
And instead of doing, let's say, 8 till 5 or 9 till 5, whatever, you could do, I don't know, 10 till 3, or just fit it in throughout the day.
Yeah, you could do 6 shorter days, or 4 longer days. It's going to be a lot more flexible, and I think companies will adapt, and I think they will win, because they want to be running 24 hours a day. I think, like, every company wants to be able to work consistently,
or for as long as they can.
to make the most
as cheap as they can as well at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So if I'm going to pay you to do 6 short days or 5 long days, you're still doing your job. Who cares?
I'd go, if I was the employer, I'd go for the 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. I would do 3 really long 12, 13-hour days, work hard, and then have a nice 5-day weekend, you know?
Living the dream.
Exactly. Well, that's all the questions I've got for you. Thank you so much for coming on to this series of videos that I am doing. Just before I let you go, do you want to let everyone know your channel on YouTube, what your channel is about, just in case they want to pop over? I know I've got a variety of different people with different channels, so just let them know. Maybe they'll come over and say hi to you.
Yeah, so my channel is Elio D'Alessandro, or if it's easier to type into the search engine, just put Elio Vlogs. And I've done about 6 vlogs so far, with a few other different videos as well, but mainly I'm focusing on my vlogs at the moment during this lockdown. And as soon as things start to open up again, I'll be able to record a more variety of content, really. So at the moment, a bit limited of what I can do. Mainly it's been a bit of cycling and a bit of sim racing as well, but not massively into detail, just like a nice general overview. So
awesome. Well, thank you very, very much for coming on this. I'll pop all your links down below, as well as mine as well, so that everyone can go over there. And yes, thank you so much, and have a nice day.
And you, take care, Jamie.
No worries. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for watching that interview, guys. That was Elio and his interview with myself about just how lockdown is treating him, how it's working in the construction industry, and just all the other thoughts and opinions there. If you did enjoy this content, we are uploading every single day at 7 o'clock with a new story. If you want to be part of that, you can let me know. Leave me comments down below, or pop a message to me on Instagram or Facebook. More than happy to get you on camera so we can do an interview and kind of go from there. Yes, that is it for this video, but please be sure to give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell, as I mentioned before. And yes, that's it. I will see you tomorrow for another lockdown video. Bye, guys.